Hey guys, welcome back. It's grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourselves and having a great start to the week. Anyway, we're back on my account and I wanted to do this video because right now I have been doing a lot in P versus P content, especially with live arena. So today I'm going to talk about building a perfect live arena champions and what it takes to take into consideration on building a good live arena team right now for this current meta. This is going to cover all the way from silver all the way to gold, and I'm going to also show you some evidence in silver and gold live arena to back up my theories with these champions and how to kind of think about building your team, looking at a team synergy, and also trying to not spend all day in live arena, right? Like normally live arena sessions are 1 hour. I'm going to try and help you get this down to 30 minutes with a very high success rate for the win rate. Obviously, live arena's just had a bit of an update with all the rewards and etc., which is fantastic. I generally think it's a good idea. On this point of view, I don't think the advanced daily quest is a good idea. Don't get me wrong, that sucks, but this is the best idea for this. I think it could be a bit better, don't get me wrong. I think the chest is fine. I think maybe it could have been a bit better on the dust, etc., but when it's daily, not so bad maybe. And I think the energy could have been slightly higher. I think 300 energy would have been too much to ask for. And I still think there is other changes that they need to make to La Arena, which hopefully they'll make towards the end of the year. I think there was some news in one of the patch notes recently when they mentioned that La Arena would be top of the agenda end of this year to be reworked. So yeah, anyway, let's get into today's video. I wanted to talk about building a perfect, well, not perfect as counters to it, don't get me wrong, but the best arena strategies right now. And also talk about one of the free champions where we all can access, which is Arbiter. Underrated right now in this meta right now, generally because she covers a couple of these. So let's get into it. Let me grab all my spreadsheets and etc. and we'll get into it. Okay, so you can see here we've got some notes I made, and these are right now what I'm always trying to include in basic live arena takeovers, which is what I generally do. For a lot of people, I basically build their teams, I drive their accounts, and I try and take them to the highest or wherever the target is between me and the owner, depending on what we agree on. And it's a monthly fee, which is the only probably one of few takeovers I don't do as a free takeover service, which just because I spend 1 month per a month, and it's a lot of time for me to do. So you can see here when I'm doing this, this is what I'm generally looking for on all accounts right now. It's very difficult to build go second teams, and it's also very time consuming to use go second teams. It can be done, don't get me wrong. I still use go second accounts, go second teams mainly in Gold 4 Live Arena as a strategy, and I think Gold 4 Arena is different because you want as many successful strategies as possible, but generally this is what I try and build for all accounts going forward. So you can see here we're talking about 2 turn meter boost champions. So Arbiter is obviously one. We all get our Arbiter in Raidshadowlegends, which is going to be really, really solid. And then another champion with a turn fill, a turn meter boost, whatever you want to call it. And you know, I'm actually a little bit short on these, especially like the next level ones, right? And there is some really good alternatives, but if you're struggling to kind of think of who's got this, then we can just go into what is one of the settings here. I think it's the positive effects, and you can go to turn meter fill here, and you can have a look at who is doing like turn meter fill. Now when you're doing this, you want someone like Kaja, Vrakna, Sifi, Arbiter, Abias. Like these are generally the champions that you want to see, and generally are the ones that you see. Freya as well, which we'll get into shortly. Freya also has this ability on a free ability, so you can also use this as well. This is generally to try and help you speed tune as well. So you can see here I use Arbiter, I use Sifi, and I could use Rakla, but no, Rakla is only a 10% on the passive ability, so she's kind of a bit niche to use, but you can generally see that. But you can also see here from my rules as well, you need 2 speed leads, right? Because let's say you take Arbiter, they ban Arbiter, then you want to kind of look into it. Now, if you don't have 2 meter boost champions, then you can use 2 CC champions. Just bear in mind, if they ban your Arbiter or the 2 meter boost champion, this could give you a lower success rate because they could outspeed you very easily. With that, it is generally easier to build higher speed champions with no accuracy than trying to build high speed and high accuracy. If you're in Gold 4 live arena, this is a different story because you'll normally have the gear to do this. So, for example, my Armads has 574 accuracy, but he's faster than my Arbiter because I prioritize him with that as well. So it's a little bit different for Gold. I won't deny that, but that's mainly for Gold 4. But we're talking about Silver and lower level and Gold. That is a different case overall. You don't normally tend to have that gear. And right now I've been building, I drive 2 accounts right now in Silver, which will get into Gold in the next couple of weeks with these strategies that I'm using for you guys. And I'll be showing you evidence later on as well. You got 1 CC champion, which is generally Armads, but you can use Lady Mikage as well, who is very good against Lockout if you don't have Armads. And then a CC champion as well could be a Catrixia, Star Sage, Dark Smiles with the first form. And then we were talking about the lower ones, then it's Yumiko and Warlords, and then Armads are probably the ones I'd look for. You could go for other CC champions as well, like Molly and etc. Just bear in mind if they've got Stone Skin, that this champion then becomes very unrelevant and there's not much you can do. So if you don't have one of them, maybe even go for a third 2 meter boost champion would be a great way to go. So you can always make sure that you speed tune in your teams, like a Lysandra, for example, who can drop 10 meter back as well. That would be classed as a CC mechanics, right? Because you could do a 2 meter boost and then CC as well. You can also use Lady Kimmy, for example. Lady Kimmy also has a 10 meter fill as well. So 2 speed leads as well. So if you have Armads and Arbiter, that covers the 2 speed leads, and that also would cover the 2 Intimate Present blessings. But also you can take in consideration if you have Songwon, for example, or Carnage as well, which I do on my account. I use him for the speed aura, right? And I use the 2 presence on him because he's going to get a 6-star blessing at some point because it's guaranteed from Cursed City chest. So these are generally the ways. And then for DPS, which is probably the most important with this type of setup, because if you can't beat Stone Skin build, especially up and higher up in level in arenas like Gold 4, etc., you're really going to struggle using speed comps. So you need a way to ignore Stone Skin or break Stone Skin either way. So breaking Stone Skin could evolve Gizmak, bombs, Marius, for example. Marius does have a chance against Nukas in Stone Skin. And then there's other options as well, like Strip Champions that can generally help you. Who else? Sigford can definitely do a job. Like if you lose one champion with Stone Skin, Sigford could hit through the Stone Skin as well. Georgie as well can generally do that job. The new champion that was released is also Void Legendary. He can do that job. And there is quite a lot of ignore Stone Skin abilities in some formal way when we're talking about bombs, HE burns as well. So definitely Gizmax in there. There is another mythical who is really, really solid. I guess Lazarius could do some work as well with the A2 ability in his first form. And there's definitely a lot of options out there. I know most of them are mythicals, but there is bomb champions out there that you can do. I think someone in top 100, he pushes with a War Mother, right? Because she, again, is a bomb champion. So there is all these types of things that is very important, which is what I'm trying to build into my teams. So, for example, if you don't have the next best thing, then trying to build nukers who can stay alive, so like defense base, or even HP based nukers are generally a way, or attack based nukers like Rhodas, for example, whose passive ability and it needs to be a double hit. Nice, who can do self revive. Sigford, who can do block damage. There is a couple of options as well. Leo with Unkillable buff. There is another nuke that's just been released that I think has Unkillable passive or something as well. So people that can keep themselves alive are generally the best nukers, right? So again, who else could you use? Status Life Bane in Harmony, because both defense based, they have better survivability than tap base. so you can generally take a hit, but you'll need to go 4-piece Savage and 4-piece Stone Skin ideally, or try and speed tune if you have really good gear, and hopefully don't run into reaction. But I would definitely say if you're not ignoring Stone Skin or breaking Stone Skin, you need to be in a 4-piece Stone Skin and Savage overall. So let's go into a couple of teams that are built on various accounts, so you guys can see the type of champions that I'm looking for when I'm building this. And we can see this in reaction in real time as well. So you can see here in my setup, this is a account I just took over in silver that I will release a video on this account probably Monday or Tuesday when this also goes live. You can see here we've got Arbiter, we've got Freya, which has that blessing. It doesn't need to be on a speed champion, speed aura champion, by the way. You can use it on pretty much one of the highest ones, right? So we've got Freya with that 5-star blessing. She is the second fastest champion in this comp, who is also going to give me turn meter. And our Armads is speed tuned into Arbiter. Arbiter is speed tuned into Freya, and Freya is speed tuned into that. So I'm doing two turn meter boost champions, speed tuned or speed tuned into CC, and then obviously I'm using a 4-piece Stone Skin and Savage to kind of help me stay alive, because we can't get the speeds on the Stone Skin on the nukers, right? Because you want 230 to 250 depending where you are in the arena. Obviously the higher you go, the requirements get a bit harder. But generally he's only around about 216 right now, so we did lose a fight the other day because we just got a Stone Skin stripped, and it was unfortunately showing why I was definitely correct in that situation. So you'll see here that we'll see one of the champions being banded, so again dealing with Stone Skin, which is going to be Breaker. Also if they ban Breaker, for example, I can sheep and strip with Armads. So you can see that I have a type weight here, and you can see here that I banned the 1 turn meter boost champion and not being scared of the Armads. So this has a bit more flexibility, this style of strategy, trying to take on the Armads, right? And I'm relying on Freya to be faster than his Armads. Now, a lower level arena, that's pretty easy. Higher up in the arena, that's not so easy in Gold 4 arena. So you can see here, we're going to go into the fight. I'm also using Status Life Bane in the 4-piece Stone Skin because his defense base, he also buffs himself with increased defense, and he generally has good damage. You see there, we start off with a turn meter boost. Armads does his job because we're speed tunes. Obviously, the nukers are not speed tunes. So I go ahead and I sheep the champion that is, and then you can see I've gone into that, and I've basically took out a whole of the team, and then he's going to clean up, and that is about it. Now you can see from my Discord, which I accidentally closed down within recording this, if we look here, I took onto his account yesterday, we did 25 fights, and we won 20, which is really solid overall for his progression. And we even beat a platinum player with someone like this with this style of strategy. You can see here he banded the Armads, and I left in his Armads. I can't remember what I banded. I think I banded his Arbiter, and I had to play this a certain way to deal with Sigford. And he did make a mistake on Sigford. I can't remember what he did. He made a mistake on Sigford, and I was able to take the full advantage. You can see here I just won it by scraping my teeth. But this is a mid-game to late-game account beating an in-game account, which is very depressing from him overall. So yeah. Anyway, let's go into the next video where I wanted to kind of showcase with you guys. So let's have a look for this one. So for example, we'll see another account in silver who I've took from silver 1 all the way to silver 3 in the space of a week. Really high success rate. Now the first account I'm showing you is fastest champions Arbiter to 396 speed, and I was able to kind of make him faster through pinpoint, Sand Devil, and etc. When you will see the gear when the video drops, honestly the Arbiter is quite fairly fast, and we can get it to 400 once we got the blessing as well. This account has a C fear of 400 speed. When you're running them type of speeds, it is very easy to do these strategies. I know everyone can't do it, but if you can at least get your Arbiter to 350, this should generally be fine if you can increase your blessing aura, right? If you can get the stronger imprisonment, the stronger blessing here on your arbiter and another champion, then you'll make theirs a lot slower and make yours a lot faster. So you can see here I actually dropped in Hedgie. So I broke my rules here. Let me go on to a different fight where it doesn't generally make sense too much. So you'll see here we'll start off with well, we'll wait for him to pick, obviously. So he's going to speed aura. We don't have Armads on this account, so it's a bit unfortunately. So you'll see here I've got 2 turn meter boost champions, 2 speed auras. I've got one good survivability damage dealer, and then I've got another damage dealer who can break stone skin with this 8-2 ability, and I'm also taking CC to lock out as well. You can see there as well I do have a bomb champion ready to go as well, which will be quite good with this strategy. Right now we're quite reliant on what's his name, Sung Wong, for the speed aura, but I will be changing this up into his arbiter because he's got a 5-star blessing on his arbiter. So I will probably change this up and maybe look at actually changing Sifi out overall, depending on the team setup. Obviously right now I'm not too fussed about it, and you'll see here we will generally win this fight. I think I went like 22 fights unbeaten and then 19 fights unbeaten on this account because his speed is nearly as good as my speed for Gold 4 Arena. So he does have some pretty OP gear overall. So you'll see here we'll go into Sifi. We the fastest champion. Now it's having Susan or Sifi faster depending on your roasters, right? Right now, because I'm using Harmony, I want to increase defense, which is why Sifi's the fastest. I also think Sifi's the fastest in the setup as well. And then we can use this ability here. I kill them all. You got Leo again, who is a great champion. We're going to reset, go again, because I did the instant turn. That's something that's a bit different. I can lock Sleep Leo there, and then I can deal with Pythian in my own way, and then basically finish this off overall, which is pretty strong as well. You want to be trying to bring increased attack and increased defense for your nukers when you can, which is going to give you also a higher success rate as well. So let's go into the next one. We have got Edwin Peake's account here. You can see here I'm following the same rules. He's got his Armands. He's got his Sifi. So again, I've got 2 speed auras. I've got a lockout champion, 2 turn meter boost champions, and then I'm taking a nuker who can break stone skin, but also has a very solid survivability set on him. Obviously, it's quite difficult to take on overall, and has really good synergy with Shazam. We'll see if we can kind of speed this up. I don't know if we can. There is a way I can speed this up, right? So we don't make this video too long. Speed up. I guess we can go to speed up. We can go to 0.5. We should have done this before. So you can see there. We're still looking. Did it speed up? I don't think it did it? Let's try that. You can see there I'm talking about something, I'm not too sure. You can see there as well, Dark Smiles comes in, bomb champion, right? Again, you can use any bomb champion. I banded the turn meter boost champion. He banded the lockout champion, so he basically fell for the bait. And if he banded Dark Smiles here, might have won because UDK is a good counter to Sigford. And you'll just see here, I'm obviously most likely going to outrun him. Now, Gold 4 Arena is different because this Armads could be faster for sure. But generally, like lower level arena, it's probably not going to happen. And you see there, it was easy cleanup, easy defeat from him, and the same rules apply. I know he's using mythicals, but the same rules apply, right? Got the speed auras, got the blessings, etc. You can see that this works all the way through like a monopoly. And now you can see on my account here as well, like you can see on my account, same type of rules. Again, I have one CC champion, which is going to be Dark Smiles, but he's also a nuker because he's mythical. We have 2 speed auras. We have 2 meter boost champions. We have 2 imprisonments. I actually have 1, but I have changed it onto Carnage to have 2 now. And I've still got a way to deal with the stone skin, which is going to be the bomb champion here. Now, you also see here that Marishka has been banded. He's not brought in a 10 meter boost other than Marishka. So I banned Marishka in case she was the fastest. Also, Marishka counters bombs as well, so be careful of that. And then you'll see here as well, to deal with Sigford, I need someone who can deal with bombs. We're faster. We could weak hit on the Catrixia. I don't actually remember if I win this one. I generally do win them all, but mine's definitely a weaker version of Edwin's because he's got all the big toys, right? And then you can see here, I'm just kind of waiting, trying to decide who I want to go for actually, because I don't want to break the stone skin, and he's very good at that. So you can see that I actually do break the stone skin and proc resurgent. But you'll see here again, the same job, does it, wins, and this is 2 accounts in Gold Arena with the same rules. You either win fast or you die fast. That's just how I look at it as, and I'm playing live arena way less than I need to. And I think that's about it for today's video, chat. I think that there is a very good strategy that I've shown with you guys today. You can see here I have changed his blessing to be this, and I will keep this until further notice. And I think that's about it for today's video. Hopefully you guys like this. Hopefully it kind of makes sense. If you're looking for any advice, we do coaching sessions every Saturday and Sunday for Twitch subs. And if you're looking just to earn one for free, you can watch the stream for a couple of hours and you can earn a coaching session for free with me as well. I think that's about it. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I've been Grim. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.